Technical masterpieces. The highest cable car system on Germany's highest mountain, Zugspitze, is an unprecedented project. Operational since December 2017, the completely redesigned aerial cableway transports up to 580 visitors per hour to the peak. The immense drive power for the aerial cableway, which is extremely steep in places, requires reliable industrial gear units. 2 units from the X series by SCW Eurodrive drive the transport cable, which heaves the cars to heights of 2,943 meters with the force of a full-scale diesel locomotive. Ever since the first ascent of Germany's highest mountain, interest in the mountain railways on the Zugspitze, on Mount Wank and in the Garmisch Classic area hasn't ceased. One reason for people's endless fascination with the cable cars and the cogwheel train, the pioneering feats and world records that have been achieved throughout the cable car company's history. Cable car Zugspitze. The world record-holding cable car. A mountain railway to Germany's highest peak. The construction of the cable car Zugspitze is one of the great milestones in the history of Bayerische Zugspitzbahnbergbahn AG. Facts and figures. At a glance. 6 years of planning and construction. Construction site at an altitude of almost 3,000 meters. €50 million investment. 2 floor-to-ceiling glass cabins. 120 people per cabin. 580 people per hour. Heated windows, clear view even in bad weather. Unique views. At the summit, guests enjoy 360-degree scenic views of a total of more than 400 mountain peaks. Simple, timeless design. Construction site on the mountain at an altitude of 3,000 meters. 3 world records. Here's what makes the cable car Zugspitze so famous. With a construction height of 127 meters, the cable car Zugspitze has the world's highest steel construction support tower. It overcomes the world's largest total elevation gain of 1,945 meters. With 3,213 meters from the support tower to the top station, the cable car Zugspitze has the world's longest free span. Alongside the 3 records, the installed drive technology is also impressive. 2 AC motors, each with a power of 900 kilowatts, are connected to X3 FS280 Type 3-stage helical gear units through KTR elastic claw couplings. Behind each coupling is a flywheel that is almost 1 meter in diameter and weighs an entire metric ton. The flywheels make the drive system easier to control. Each of the connected industrial gear units weighs just under 6 metric tons, exhibits a nominal torque of 240,000 Newton-meters and can transfer an output of 1,024 kilowatts. An oil-air cooler ensures they maintain a specific temperature range. On each output side, a switchable pin coupling weighing over 3 tons provides the connection to the cable pulleys. An emergency drive can engage via gear couplings with the reverse side of the wheels. A further gear unit from SCW Eurodrive sits in the Zugspitze summit station. The X3TH210 Type 3-stage bevel helical gear unit has a nominal torque of 90,000 Newton-meters and is located on the cable car drive.
Thank you.
The three biggest challenges during construction. Altitude, deliveries and scaffolding were particularly tricky at an altitude of almost 3,000 meters. Weather conditions, snow and ice, fog and continuous rain made work on site difficult. Logistics, there was only limited storage space at the summit. From concrete to steel girders, everything had to be delivered at exactly the right time. A special cableway was built just to transport the building materials to and from the top station. The altitude, prevailing weather conditions at the Zugspitze summit, geological factors and logistics posed enormous challenges for the project. This also applied to the transport of Vetrotec Saint-Gobain's fire-resistant glass panes, which, like all other materials, had to be transported from an interim storage facility at 1,200 meters to the construction site using a separate material cableway, and installed at the mountain station by the Stahlbau-Pichler company from Bolzano. Inside the station, the 176 square meter contraflam glass panes supplied by Vetrotec Saint-Gobain for various different superstructures provide above all for safety at points of transition between individual areas of use as doors, windows or fire protection walls. The cable car experience. From the valley to the top. Highlights of the Zugspitze Valley Station. Entrance area with a view of Lake Eibsee and the Zugspitze. Barrier-free access, entrance and exit to the cable car cabins are level with the platform. Comfortable, efficient entering and exiting of the cabins thanks to the movable central platform. Impressive views when getting on and off the cabins thanks to all-glass platforms. The construction of the top station of the cable car Zugspitze is considered an incredible feat. The contract for the record-breaking project went to the Swiss cableway company Garaventa, which merged with the Austrian cableway manufacturer Doppelmayr back in 2002. To date, the Doppelmayr/Garaventa group has manufactured more than 14,000 cableway installations in over 90 countries. However, even with its impressive experience in the field, the cableway project for the Zugspitze was a challenging project for the company. Anything but ordinary. The new Bavarian Zugspitze cable car line, which was finally completed in July 2018 with the opening of the restaurant at the mountain station, is a project marked by extremes in terms of both structure and general requirements. The world's longest freely suspended cable car line has only one supporting column, which with a height of 127 meters is the world's tallest steel column today. Each of the two high-capacity cabins, which have glass floors, offer space for up to 120 passengers and can transport as many as 580 people per hour to the summit. Furthermore, the conversion and extension of the mountain station were also carried out at Germany's highest construction site at just under 3,000 meters above sea level. The new cable car line replaces the previous cableway. The old Zugspitze was no longer able to cope with the huge rush to the Zugspitze, which attracts approximately 500,000 visitors a year. A structure at an altitude of 3,000 m requires very high fire resistance. The conversion included a fire protection upgrade to existing steel construction components, and the challenge of delivering and installing materials on a mountaintop made the choice of insulation crucial for Hassenauer Architekten, the architects for the project. It quickly became clear that insulation boards made from stone wool were the natural choice since they are non-flammable, can withstand temperatures above 1000 OC and work to contain fire and its spread. What's more, they are very light to transport and can be cut easily and precisely on site. This was an important requirement since the steel components in need of fire protection were not always consistent in size and shape. An area of around 1,200 square meters has now been given excellent fire protection using Conlit steel Protect-A-Loo boards, which were brought in by cable car to the mountain and unloaded by cranes. The work of fixing the boards took place amongst hundreds of visitors per day, so the high speed of installation was a huge advantage. The low weight advantage made fitting boards overhead easier too. Now visitors arriving on the new Zugspitze cable car are fully protected against fire for decades to come, due to the long-term fire resistance and robustness of stone wool insulation.